Hi everybody, it's Traci from Downwarddogrising. I invite you to join me this evening or whatever time of day you find this, or you could save it and do it at night before you go to bed. It'll be a calming Yin Yoga workout that gets deeper than the muscle. It surrounds the tissue of your muscle, your fascia, and it brings beneficial long-term changes. So we want to feel a deep release that goes beyond the muscle. And when we can move through our body, paying attention and awareness within ourselves, then we have greater capacity to understand ourselves, to reach deeper and to have more depth awareness of who we are and what we need to do to make progress in our life, including our mind-body connection. So join me and let's start. We're going to start in a seated position called butterfly. So I just want you to sit. If your hips are tight or your low back is tight, you could fold a yoga blanket and sit on it. All right, let's start. So for your butterfly, you're going to sit on each of those sits bones equally. We're just bringing our intention, our focus, and awareness into our center, into ourselves, because we want to be aware so that we can go to our edge. We don't want to push ourselves beyond, but we do want to find that personal edge where you hold a yoga asana and then you go into it as deep as you can. You make the commitment to stay there, hold, and then you have a designated amount of time. And we're going to do some breathing where we just take long, slow, deep inhales and exhales. So we'll try 5 breaths, nice and slow. And then for yin, we want it to be at least 60 seconds, 90 seconds, ideally 3 to 7 minutes, but we're going to do more beginner yin right now. All right, so we're going to sit tall. We're just going to allow our hips, our sits bones to settle into our mat. You want to feel how you're lifting out of your waist as you're sinking into the bottom of your pelvis. Sushumna, those 2 energies up and down the spine. We have Ida, Pingala, and when they come into balance, Sushumna. So we want that balance in our body. Everyday life has so much yang energy. We have to really slow down sometimes and be more passive so that we can be in our yin energy, the feminine quality. We each have masculine and feminine qualities, and when they get out of balance, it can really affect our lifestyle. So with that being said, let's go deeper into this pose. Breathing in and breathing out. After you lengthen out of your waist, sinking into the bottom of your pelvis, see if you can gently stretch forward. Go as far as you can, go to your edge, and we're going to hold here. Breathing in and then breathing out. Notice what you feel. Notice how your body responds. Just let go, release. If you have a blanket, you could sit on it just to give your back and hips a little more support if you need it. Breathing in, breathing out. When you feel that give, that release, go a little deeper, acknowledge it, greet it and meet it. Go a little deeper into it. We want to get beyond our muscles into that fascia, that webbing network. the bone. You want that bone to release. Breathing in, breathing out. You rest on your forearms. Replace forehead on yoga block if you have one. Hinging from the hips. Keep spine reaching long. I'm going to rest on my fingertips a little bit, stretching my fingers into the floor like this. Starts to release, give in to receive. One more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to rise up. Draw the knees together. Little windshield wiper. Relax arms by sides. Just rock gently side to side a few times. Next, I want you to take one leg out straight. And then we're going to fold the other bottom of our foot into our groin. This is going to be your half butterfly. So forward, it would look like this. The knee bends inside sole of foot, inner thigh, groin. And then from here, what I want you to do, you're going to rise up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Feel that energy up and down your spine. And we're going to hip hinge. Activate Mula Bandha, like pelvic floor zipping up. Supporting your spine, hip hinge forward. Soften right under this knee. If you need a little pillow, place a little pillow there, or a rolled up towel. Go as far as you can without forcing it. Flex your foot. And gently stay here and breathe. Yin is the opposite of yang. For one to exist, the other is also in existence. One can never be without the other. Just like there's a sun, the moon, one doesn't exist without the other's existence. It's not possible. There's balance in opposites. We find our edge, we go a little deeper, keep lengthening spine. Maybe you have support under the knee. Maybe you grab your foot, your ankle. Yin is a journey of self-discovery, of going deeper to access that feminine side within all of us. Coolness, moon, darkness, water, flow, calm, dragon, the moon on a dark night. Calmness of a body of water. All emulate yin, mystery. Not force, no action, passivity. With intention. Take one more deep inhale. Slowly lengthen head away from tailbone. And then we're going to extend the other leg out straight. Shake out your knees for a second. Take a deep inhale, stretch up, extend, and exhale, release. Slide that other leg in, sole of foot, tuck, inner thigh, groin of opposite leg, flex foot, rise up, stretch, elongate, equal weight in each half of pelvis and sits bones. Stretch up over, find your edge, lengthen. Commit to the stretch. Commit to finding your edge where you don't think you can go any deeper without force. You're there at the edge. Now commit and hold and give your body a chance so that it can match energy levels. Giving structural support to all that movement we do every day. We want to have better structural support to hold us. Going deep into that fascia network, deeper than the muscles. Giving us space around our joints and our bones. Soft webbing network. We want it to be pliable. We want to be able to lubricate that network, release tension from it, producing hyaluronic acid, which has a higher affinity than water, so we can nourish those joints. Lengthen, go a little deeper if you can. Stretch and reach. Maybe support under your knee. Soften and yield. One more deep inhale. And gently rise up, top of head, away from tailbone. And we're just going to bring that leg in. Bring the arms by sides of body. Gentle little windshield wiper one more time. Side to side, rolling across hips, release your back. Next, I'd like to do another yin pose. And we're going to do a forward bend. In yin, it's called caterpillar. So we're just going to extend our legs straight out in front of us. And then let's sit in Dandasana for a moment in our staff pose. So you want to be on each one of your sits bones equally. Root down. You want to have that feeling of really rooting your energy into the earth. Simultaneously have that feeling of rising up to the sky. So that's our balancing energy. And then on a micro and macro level, we're like mimicking the universe around us, because everything has a purpose, everything has a counter. So we're using that within our own bodily system. So you're rising up, getting your spinal chakras to align. We want our energy flows up and down the spine, drawing inward. We're going to stretch up, up, up. We're going to softly Reach forward, find our edge. You can have a rolled up blanket under here if those hamstrings are tight, if it bothers your knees. If it hurts your low back, you can sit on a rolled up yoga blanket. Fold it in quarters and all fours in a square. Rising up, stretching up, up, up. And reach. Hip hinge from here. Stretching over our thighs, lengthening. If you have a yoga strap, you can pull it around your feet. Extend the arms and have something to hold on to. Strap going around both feet, that's okay. Find that point where you can't go any further and go into it. Commit, hold, and breathe. Be aware of the sensations of your body right now. Be aware of your mind's reactions to those sensations. And just be the observer. Self-discovery. See how far you can go. Stretch breastbone, lengthen spine. For a deeper stretch, flex feet. If it's too intense, no worries. When your body gives in, it'll feel a little more comfortable than when you started. It starts to give in, release, then it's not so bad. The mind doesn't fight so much. It relaxes. The body's brain gives a signal that it's okay to relax. You don't have to fight. Cortisol levels begin to decrease, that fight or flight. Your body relaxes into the pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Make it your own. No comparison to anybody else. Honor yourself with gentleness and kindness, and that is true strength. That is the kind of strength that can change the world. Deep inhale, deep exhale. For one more deep inhale here. And we're going to slowly lengthen head away from tailbone. And now we're going to come into our Sphinx, where we're going to turn onto our abdominals. So we're just going to lie on our abdominals right now. I think I'll swing around to this side. I think I have a little more leg room on this side. I can't wait to move one day. I'm working hard so I can get into a bigger place. So I'm trying so I can do better videos. All right, have more room. That's why a lot of times I like doing videos at work, because I can move. Okay, this next exercise is Sphinx, and apparently I need to change my angle. Let's see. I'm just going to come a little bit like that. And then I'm going to slide forward. So when you come into your Sphinx, let me see if you could, the feet, the tops of the feet, you're going to place them on the mat so they rest on the mat. So I showed you that so you could see I'm actually going to press tops of feet against the mat. And it's kind of hard sometimes. I don't know why I'm having difficulties. I put it on 2 boxes. I think I'll bring this lower to the ground. I don't know why, but it's like I'm cutting things off. Okay. Let's see. Here we go again. Tops of feet push into the mat. And then I want you to feel that you're pressing down into the mat. So your pubic bone is firm, pressing into the mat. And from there, it's like you activate Mula Bandha. You feel support intrinsically rising up, and you're lengthening up to navel, and then you're lengthening from navel up to your sternum, up to your breastbone, and then you could just feel support in your body. Your elbows are bent, your palms are flat on the mat, your elbows are under your shoulders, and you're going to stay here and breathe. Do a small chin nod forward so the back of the neck doesn't crinkle and wrinkle up. You want to feel length on the back of the neck, so you tilt chin slightly forward. You're going to be pressing into your forearms. It's like your abdominals are doming into your spine. We're gently opening the front of your spine right now. When we open the front of our spine, it energizes us, but later I'll open the back of your spine, because we just opened the back of your spine. I'm just trying to do the balance. Now we're opening the front. Keeping shoulders relaxed, down and back. Softly, gently, tilt right ear towards right shoulder so that you can stretch the left side of your neck. Feel left side of neck lengthen. Again, you're not dropping into the pose. You're lifting out of your pubic bone to navel to sternum. Think energy's traveling up after you're rooted into the mat. Softly bring head center. Now gently tilt opposite ear to shoulder. Gently tilt. Gentle stretch on right side of neck as left ear tilts to left shoulder, and breathe. You might feel your triceps quivering a little in this pose, holding you up. Keep shoulders relaxed. One more deep inhale. Softly bring head center. Next, what I'd like to do, you can stay here if this feels good to you and you don't want to go deeper into the stretch in your back. You can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to go into a seal. On seal, I'm going to have you just slowly start to press into your hands. You could even bring hands a little further away. We're going to lift our ribs away from the mat. Keep that height in your spine. Softening the shoulders. We don't want to lift or hike the shoulders. And then you want to avoid compressing your low back. So you want to avoid compressing the low back. You're lengthening. You're relaxing those shoulders. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. And seal. You can go back to Sphinx. If this becomes too much, you're going to your edge, hold it, and breathe. Your shoulders pull down, they relax. Your ribs lift away from the mat. Energy from pubic bone to navel to sternum. Heart pulls forward. If you wanted to go a little higher, you could, as long as you don't compress your back or lift your shoulders. One more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to make your way down. Maybe you'll relax your forehead on the backs of your hands. And slowly nod head side to side as if you're saying no. Side to side. Stretch sides of neck. Return center. Bring hands under shoulders. Softly press onto hands and knees. Now we're going to take it back into a little child's pose. You could be flat on the tops of your feet like that, or you could curl toes under to give your knees extra support. Your arms are either going to be stretched out on mat out in front of you, or you could also bring your arms down by your sides, palms face up. Relax shoulders down away from ears. And stay here and breathe. Feel the stretch across the upper mid-back. Maybe you have your toes on mat underneath you like this, and you just slide forward and hold. Stay here for a few breaths. And Savasana. Those sits bones pull back behind you. Your breastbone pulls forward and through. One more deep inhale here. And slowly take hands under shoulders, press up. And then I'm going to bring you into a straddle pose next. So in straddle, we're going to slide each leg away from our center like this. And then we want to be equal on each of our sits bones. Once again, when I show you, your heel makes contact to the mat and you're going to be pushing the energy through the arch of your foot. So each leg is pushing out of your central line. You want to feel these thighs, these inner thighs, rotate upwards. Your knees face the sky. And what I want you to do here, maybe you'll do a little stretch. We're going to turn sideways first to each thigh, and then we're going to return to our center. So what I want you to do, think sternum turns towards your thigh. And if it feels like your hip doesn't stay down, you may have to bring your legs a little closer together so that you have the flexibility. So you're going to turn towards your thigh. We're rooting this opposite side against the mat. We're elongating up. Stretching head away from tailbone. Bring that energy up and down your spine. These universal energy forces within us, without us, all around us. We're a part of the universe, so we're lengthening, acknowledging that coexistence. We're going to stretch forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Go to your edge. Keep spine reaching long. And breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, if you had a yoga belt, you could wrap it over one foot. If you needed it, you could wrap it over your foot. Stretching over the leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the give, go deeper when you feel that release. As you go into it, it's easier to take it. It's not so strenuous in the first beginning part. It was like we're fighting our mind to stretch, and now you feel that release. Spine is long. Feel the changes happening. It's like we're releasing pressure and tension with each breath. One more deep inhale here. And slowly lifting head away from tailbone. Shake out those knees a little bit. We're going to do the same thing to the other side now. Again, it's like you're pushing through the bottom of your foot. You're lengthening. We're going to bring hands to heart. Rise up. Feel like you're rooting down into the bottom of your pelvis. We're making sure we don't bring our hip with us. And once you bring your sternum over the center of your thigh, we're going to start to elongate once again. Stretch the entire spine, head away from tailbone, lengthening up. And we're going to start to go to that edge. Now we're going to reach over this leg, lengthen. Sometimes we're tighter on one side than the other. That's perfectly natural. Go to your edge, acknowledge, commit, hold, release, breathe. Being receptive to that yin energy. That passivity that is also strength in itself. Keep feeling a give, go deeper. Spine is long, go deeper. We want to have lasting structural changes by going deeper and holding the stretches longer. We can accomplish more lasting change in our body that transfers over and helps us in our yang lifestyle when we're active and physical. doing harder workouts, hardcore workouts that challenge and movement. This is applying science to enable you to be able to move more optimally and efficiently. Feel the give. Go into it. Consciously, with awareness, how your mind and body interact. Let's take another deep inhale here. Slowly lengthen head away from tailbone, coming up. Maybe shake out those knees for a moment. All right, now we're going to go to the center in our straddle. Sink into your sits bones. Equal weight, so you're not leaning. We're going to stretch up, up, up. Knees to sky. Reach through your feet. It might look like this. You're stretching your heels away. Knees up. And you're going to slowly start hinging. Maybe rest on your forearms. Gently rest on your forearms. Go to your edge, stay here and breathe. Stay there and breathe. Go to your edge. When you feel a give a little more, go deeper. Feeling a give, go a little deeper. One more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to make your way back up. Knees come in, shake out those knees. Gently, you're going to take your hands behind your back. Slowly lift your heart to sky. Openness across shoulders, chest, lift heart to sky. Little mini back bend. Inhale, exhale, one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently release. We're going to make our way down to our mat. Once you come down to your mat, I'm going to ask you to cactus your two arms. So you're just opening your arms. Take a moment. Maybe do 3 rotations. Knee circle one way. My hip just popped. That felt good. Now circle the other way. 3 times. Come back to the center. Now from here, we're going to do a spinal twist. If you want to modify your twist and it doesn't feel good to twist your spine, you would just do a small little reach like that, keeping your pelvis, your 2 hip bones would face the ceiling. You would modify your twist. That doesn't feel good on your back because of disc herniations or low back issues. So then if you're going to go into your twist, you're going to gently drop knees to the side, and breathe. So your knees drop to one side. Your shoulders stay down and back on mat. Your head can look opposite if you want a deeper stretch for your neck. If that's uncomfortable, you can bring head back center. Feel middle back on mat. If knees are to left, that right shoulder blade feels as if it's melting down into the mat. That's your grounding point. Stay here and breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those ribs laterally expand. Feel that whole right side of your spine stretch and release. Maybe take one more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to bring knees back to the center. Maybe bring arms down by your sides. And then I'm just going to have you reset hips and pelvis. Feet hip width apart on your mat. Maybe I'll do a little bridge just to realign. No weight in neck. Openness across shoulders, chest. Lengthen your tailbone. And then gently lower hips to mat. We're going to re-cactus our arms here. And again, modified, you would just let your knees just go a little bit off to the side like this. So you're keeping your tailbone, your sacrum supported on the mat if you're not twisting your spine. It's a little modified to stretch through here, ribs out of hips, if you have any spinal issues. And then if you're going to twist your spine, you're just going to keep your alignment. And you're going to slowly shift pelvis, shift hips sideways. And you're just going to stay here and breathe. Your rooting, your grounding point is going to be this left shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel this whole left side stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, head can turn looking opposite way of your knees and your legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Think of that left shoulder blade just melting away from the center of your mid-back thoracic spine. Stay here and breathe. Feeling grateful for this time you're taking for yourself to relax. So your cortisol levels reduce. Get out of the fast pace that we so are a part of in everyday life, especially our Monday through Fridays. In our yang energy of producing, action, doing. Slow down, give back to yourself. Maybe you'll have head center, chest open. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel this release through your back. You might get some spine adjustments. Nothing painful. tension releasing, unwinding. Maybe take one more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to make your way back to the center. So your knees just come right in line with your hips, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. And then we're going to go into a little bridge so that we can strengthen our back, strengthen our core. What I want you to do here, you're just going to rise up, your hips in alignment over the knees, over the ankles. Careful the knees don't fall outward. Inner thighs draw towards each other, tailbone long. You can even take those hands and clasp them together under your spine, under your back, hips to sky. You could have your palms down, arms flat, unmet by your sides. Again, you're not putting pressure in your neck. Just stay here for a few breaths. Careful, keep knees in line with hip sockets, hips, knees, ankles align. And breathe. Tailbone long. And slowly make your way down. Gently place hips to mat. Hug knees to chest. Allow that low back just to drop in deeper to the mat right now. Take another deep inhale here. Softly release. And we're going to do a little banana asana tonight. A little lateral flexion. So you're just going to take your legs straight out on your mat. And you're going to take your right ankle. And then you're just going to cross this right ankle over the left. If it bothers your back or anything, you could do it with your legs side by side. You would just take your legs a little bit over to the left. So you would take right ankle over the left ankle. Arms are going to reach into the sky. You're going to have your hip facing up, hips face up. Maybe take your left hand, grab your right wrist, and you're going to gently pull towards the left so we can just yawn to that whole right side of our body, opening up. If you feel your shoulders lifting or elevating, maybe you'll just bend your elbows like this behind your head so that you can keep your shoulders from hiking or elevating. Stay here for a few breaths. Feel that length, whole right side opening up while still maintaining space on the other left side of the spine. Still has space. We're not compressing it. Nice space in between our discs, our vertebra, just nourishing our spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften your breastbone. Let your breastbone melt into your chest as you exhale. Going inward. Feels really good to get space in our spine, opening our side line. One more deep inhale. And gently Uncross left ankle. Maybe just reach arms and legs straight out, opposite directions. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, stretch apart. And then we're going to take our left ankle and you're going to stretch it across the right ankle. And then you're going to take the right hand, grab your left wrist, and you're going to gently pull towards the right side of your body. As you stretch the whole left side, yawn into that whole left side. If your shoulders lift, you're going to gently bend those elbows. I'm bending my elbows because I don't have space. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel both sides of the ribs expand, both sides of the spine lengthen, but the whole left side is really opening up. Giving your body the nourishment it needs structurally for the integrity of your support, your structure. Yin will nourish your joint health. Also, I would say your mental health, your mind can relax, and awareness and observation. Change your thoughts, change your perception, your view changes of the world. So take time out for yourself. Be in your own energy. Balance your energy. I'm going to take another deep inhale here. Softly exhale, gently coming out. Uncross ankles, extend those legs long. And we're just going to stretch arms overhead for a moment. Stretch ribs and hips apart. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and now we're going to come into Savasana. And we're just going to relax into this. You don't have to do anything. We just want to feel what we just did on our bodies. Just assimilate our practice into our bodies. Relax. Just let those legs relax. You don't have to do anything. Just stay here and breathe. Relax the arms, relax the head, relax the feet. Stay here and breathe. Relax your jawline, your mouth, your lips, the facial muscles, your eyebrows, your forehead, your eye gaze. Soften your eye gaze, soften your eyes right now. Yin. Relax your shoulders. Relax your thighs, your knees. Sinking deeper into your mat. Relax those hamstrings, those quad muscles, relax those calves, relax those heels, the ankles, your Achilles tendons, relax your feet, your hands, your fingers, your toes. Just release. be here now in the present. Slowly, we're making our way back from this relaxation mode. Just letting your body settle in. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, your feet, your hands. Feel those thigh muscles, feel those shoulders, just feel your entire body. Bring your awareness back into your body. The physical physicality part of your body. Many energy bodies, subtle bodies within and around us. We're slowly just going to turn onto our side. If you have a choice, maybe turn onto your right side. And we're just going to slowly acclimate for a second. Inhale, exhale, and then we're going to make our way up to a seated position, coming all the way up on our mat. And we're going to come into our easy pose, our Sukhasana. Easy pose. And I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening for this yin practice. And I hope you found it very peaceful. Even though it was a workout, we still have to push ourselves to go to our edge and to stay there and breathe. So I'm proud of everybody for staying with me. And you can come back to this video anytime. If you need a little reset, recharge your batteries, just come on and do some yin, because it'll really help you to balance your energies from being in yang, active mode all the time. So yin is so important, and we each have feminine energy, masculine energy, and we want to have our feminine energy and masculine energy in balance. And that's how we can help the world around us. By having balance within ourselves, the world around us can be more balanced as well. So thank you so much for joining me in this practice tonight. Love you and appreciate you all. So hope to see you soon, and thank you so much. Peace, everybody. Take a deep inhale, bring hands to heart center, acknowledging the light within you, acknowledging the light within me. We acknowledge each other's presence fully in the here now. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Peace. Bye.